Okay. Some of our heroes are injured. We need to rest at camp. Aw, how concerning of him, or concerned of him. Ravens in the air as ravens approach, Ollie says with a slur. Is that a good sign? The small village ahead looks well fortified with a few bodies outside the fences being picked clean by the birds. Did Tattoo Face join us or not? It was kind of ambiguous. It's like they said he backed away and then we just left that scene. But was his name Ollie? Because I think he might have been the person that was just talking. Which implies he's still with us. It's kind of weird that they would just sort of imply he's with the... like, just assume we know he's with the group. Your caravan moves closer but stays out of arrow range. Whoever's in there wants to be left alone, Volka says. But it could be our best chance for supplies around here. Approach the village and state your needs. You grab the Raven banner and advance on the town, dodging a warning arrow. We need supplies, you shout. You know who we are, who I am. A few moments pass before several more arrows zip past you, one grazing your shoulder near an old scar. Welp. Begin the Raven song and charge. The Ravens pick up the song, crooning harmonies which unsettle the villagers as you rush the barricades in a solid wall of shields and fury. You made a mistake. This is not going to be a happy crew of people. Oh, he's injured. Ollie, why? He's an axe thrower. So he might be my only ranged character in the entire party, actually. No overabundance of archers here. Axe Storm, rank 2. The axe thrower lobs an axe at his target up to 4 tiles away, dealing normal strength damage if it hits. The axe thrower continues to throw until he's deflected or the target is dead. Whoa. He keeps throwing them until either the target dies or he's deflected. The first throw has a base chance to hit, regardless of the target's armor. Each successive throw drops in chance to hit by 10%, but will never go below 20%. Take heed. Axe Storm's chance to hit cannot be modified by any item or talent. Interesting. So he starts off with a 70% chance to hit, and he'll just keep going for as many successful hits he gets. That could be a fun character. They're taking a moment to show us a bunch of new characters that could be interesting. It says, it does ignore the target armor, too. Okay. So he can just keep going for attacks, basically. He could be interesting. I think I'll bring him along. But he has a cap of 9 strength, and he's injured for 2, which would make him have 7. So we're going to want to rest before I ever actually try using him in combat. Similarly, Bolverk is pretty injured right now, too. So maybe Bercy and Mogan get a chance? I'm not sure if I'm psyched about using Spar, really. So we could promote Bercy. Or Sigbjorn. Nope, not Sigbjorn. He doesn't have the kills to back up his level. Krumer. Oh yeah, he's fun. Let's upgrade Krumer. He was a regular for my old crew. We can't upgrade his strength anymore because of how maxed out it is, but we could go further into a number of other stats. I'm very interested in the fact that he seems to have an exceptionally high capability for armor break, but he also has high exertion. And I do like the exertion stat being pumped up, so we're going to go for that for now. I can't afford the next rank. Alright, let's just go ahead and overindulge in one character like a lunatic. Fun times, had by all. Alright, now we'll go for some... Let's split it between armor break and actual armor. Seems reasonable to me. He's a big, tough, scary, hard-to-kill guy. We'll get some mileage out of him. Yeah, 2 defensive characters to keep people hard to kill. 2 Warhawks. This asshole. Alright, come and get it, villagers. We're gonna get some fun out of pretending to basically play as the Sith for a while, I think. Just being all around scumbags. Oh, look at you guys. If only I had an axe thrower with me right now, because you guys are hiding behind barricades, but I didn't heal their stuff, so we're gonna have to deal with that. There's 2 axe users, 2 spear users means I probably want to have... okay, rearranging characters is going to be a pain in the ass right now. It's times like this I wish you could manually place characters before they show up on the field, instead of having to switch them after pre-generated locations, because the VAR will make switching locations awkward. Alright. I figured this guy could take some hits pretty well, so... No, that's the wrong character. Oh right, I don't really have a high armor character in this crew. I was planning on beating our way through that wall over here. What if I just ignore those guys? They have to slowly walk over while I beat their walls down from over here? That could be handy. We get some mileage out of that. Let's see here. Yeah, we're gonna want to form a line so we can just push straight forward and beat the wall down. Let's put the armored character in the middle because he'll give us a shield well, they both give us shield bonuses, huh? Yeah, I should split you evenly then, so you can give a bonus to both those characters. There we go. She is tall, by the way. I just noticed that. Holy crap. I didn't quite pick up on that at first. Wait, is she a Varl? I don't know if she's supposed to be a Varl or not. I think she's supposed to be a human, but just huge. Great caravan morale gives you +2 willpower bonus in battle. Your great leadership has allowed your ample supplies and caravan rest. Alright, so, I think that we're getting great morale from the fact that I'm just being shitty marauders, so there's clear mechanical reasons to try to be a shitty person for this point of view of characters too. Yep, units' willpower is modified by caravan morale. The usual. Alright, I'm gonna have to punch a hole in your big dumb wall. Don't mind me. But, you deserve this, you know? Why am I doing that? Don't do that. Stop that. There we go. There's no reason to reinforce my attack when I can already one-shot the wall. Yeah, we're basically gonna have to spend one turn beating some walls down while they get free but inevitably underpowered attacks off. Ooh, Tempest. There we go. Let's see. Normal strength damage to 2 adjacent enemies, 3 adjacent enemies. I'm gonna want 3. Strength damage should be enough. There we go. Hi, friend. Do the barricades splinter? Doesn't seem to say that. Oh well, I'll take it. Maybe that was the... oh yeah, heavy impact. Enemies adjacent to the target take 1 strength damage. They're close enough to what I attacked to take damage anyway. Oh, it's Echo's turn. I was getting ready to spear attack with somebody else. Do I do normal strength damage? 1 strength damage and knockback with Guts, so I can't use Guts to beat down all the walls around me at once. But I can use Guts to make it take down the wall that this guy is stuck behind. Letting Mogre move forward next turn. Ow. Rude. Don't appreciate that. How nice of you to stand nice and close to this wall like this, though. Thank you. Alright, well now she's useless. Hey, she's not going to appreciate that one bit. Let's see. Tempest. Clockwise from target. Level 2. There we go. Takes out the barricades without taking out my teammate. Well, that barricade didn't last very long. They really shouldn't have shot back. Or shot in the first place, I mean. Hey, buddy. You're my new neighbor, very temporarily. Bye. Hey. Mogan's ready for promotion. And now we move in. Poor flimsy humans. You fight so many dredge in this game, you forget how easy humans are to take down. Because they're easy. It's adorable they think they can fight. Look at that. They die so violently that the freaking splash damage hurts them, other characters even more on top of that. They just can't deal with it. I'm not gonna get much done with this character. I could beat the wall down, I guess. Who are you attacking? Whoa, 5 armor break, not bad. And now I kill you. I kill you hard. There we go. More promotions unlocked. Just you're thoroughly doomed when you're in your last, possibly your last turn of the entire match, and your action is to break armor. Like, oh, you're in phase 1 of the fighting. You are not gonna get much done right now. This character can't even go anywhere right now. Can't really go anywhere with you either, actually. We're too crowded up. There we go. One will and he's down. It's cute, the humans think they can fight. Alright, promotion for like 2 or 3 characters, right? Mogan and Folka. That's it. 12 renown. That'll pay for someone's college tuition. You kick down the last of the barricades to find a dozen or so remaining villagers huddled together. Some have bows, but no arrows. The others have thrown their blades to the ground. A man steps forward. I'm Friedrich, the oldest of us, he says. We've been fighting off old types from Ormsdalr for 2 weeks now, just trying to protect what's ours. He looks back at his people and says, You won't find us begging for our lives. Folka pulls you aside and says, They know how to fight, so we'd be stronger if they joined us. You pull at your beard. Or I could make them gather food for us. Huh. So I can recruit more fighters, or I can get clansmen. And honestly, subjugating some people as clansmen so we can get food would not be a bad idea. Do we really want them to be our warriors if we defeated them so easily? Seems like a bad idea. Yeah. You're coming with us, without your blades and bows. The last option was a decent point, which is that they might kill us if they get the chance. And what, be your feigned slaves? Friedrich turns to his people. Is that how we'll be remembered? They'll shout, never, and attempt to grab their blades, but you and the ravens cut them all down with practiced ease. I should have known that wasn't really an option, Folka says, and walks off to look around. Well, so much for that. We got our 10 supplies at least. What a bloody campaign we have going on here. It's a change. Certainly a change of pace from anything that represents Rook and Alette. Spar, the old wanderer who joined the Ravens over half a century ago, points to the tents at the edge of the village. Looks like the merchants are still here. Maybe they were being forced to stick around. So we can still visit a market with what renown we have. And I could buy 21 days of supplies total. Well, I could increase it to 26 if I spent all of my renown. Because we're buying supplies at the agonizing pace of 1 renown gets you 1 supply. There's a few things here. I could use trinkets because no one has them right now. So this weird little horse hoof item gives you +1 move. Sylvan Dust is 2 armor, 2 move, +5 break, but -5 strength. Interesting. The Blackfish. That's a cool item. If you want to have someone break down armor, then having +5 break could be really strong. Obviously, it totally nullifies their ability to fight for kills. But you give that to a human that has this exceptionally high armor break already, and suddenly they're taking out like 10 armor in 1 swing, which really nullifies the defenses of an enemy. Can't afford it, unfortunately, and this game doesn't let you sell anything. But it'll probably show up again later, like some of these do. Strav's Bond, +1 to strength, talent ranks. So that's what they mean when they say talent ranks, is that if you have talents of that if you have the talents of that stat, then they get bonus ranks, and apparently. +2 strength, knockback on strength of attack of 3. Bonus strength added with knockback, and all around buffs being there is not bad. At Fari's Golden Boots, 1 move, -1 to drawing aggro. I like the strength one a lot. So I'm getting it. Yay, let's be reckless with all of our money and lose all of our renown. Now it's gone. Goodbye, renown. It was nice knowing you. Do we have an explicit goal we're going for right now, actually? So we're heading off this way. I assume we're going towards Bindal? Yeah, we're already off this path, so the Bindal's probably the end goal for this chapter. while the people that are over here by Ormsdaler are on their way towards Operang. So we're thoroughly diverged in path. And I have multiple wounded characters now, right? 3 days. I can at least try to sleep off a couple of them. There we go. The party is happy. At the moment, the party is happy. Most of the people are healthy. I'll hold off on the last day for in Bulwark's case. I look forward to using Oli instead of Mogan. That'll be fun. And we'll just continue to raid the countryside with the goal being that we'll probably have a chance to just take more of what we want instead. That's the raider lifestyle, right? They even have their banner, just like everyone else has a banner, but theirs is that dark black. They're just a blot. They're just this horrible blot on humanity. I noticed the others aren't too good at spotting food, Ollie slurs. It's a good thing I spent some time with that Trigvi fellow. Taught me what's what. But I nearly got myself killed on those jagger bushes over there trying to get these. He steps aside to reveal a large basket full of mushrooms. You look at Folka, who struggles. Struggles? We need food, she says. So this guy knows Trigvi. Interesting. So his biggest connection is apparently with the basically insane person. Also, I didn't know this. Or maybe someone's lying to me. But Wander told me that apparently Trigvi was like a pre-order bonus or Kickstarter backer bonus or something like that for the first game. I never knew that. I don't remember pre-ordering it, and I definitely didn't kickstart it. But I had Trigvi in my game, so I don't know. Maybe he's full of it. But anyway, now we have Ollie here, who apparently knows him, so we have a connection between these characters. It's funny, because if he had stayed with the group just a little... If he had met the group, the other group, he would actually would have met Trigvi again. Fine, put them in the cart. Ollie stumbles a bit while hoisting the basket up to the cart and grabs another mushroom for his efforts. Others clap him on the back to show their appreciation. Whoa! 4 more days of supplies just like that.
Wouldn't mind seeing irons fly. If only once more.
So we're on our way to a Godstone now? Look at that recognizable little crew. Remember the last time we saw this foul, Blood X? Shut up. Trying to pick out who all these people are there. So I can see Sigbjorn, I can see not Moger, Krumer. Pharisees in the back. Obviously Bulwark's in the front. The humans are a little harder to detail out because they're so small. So it's a crow, it looks like. Think the ghost of this dead bird has forgiven you for that wing yet? Spar asks. The other ravens, including Folka, look from Broken Stone to you in shock. Aye, the old man says. We were here nearly 40 years ago, same spot as now. Only a dozen of us left the unkindness then. Better men by twice than only you. There's rumbling, but the ravens keep listening. We'd run a job for a man. Beffer or Finner or Fainer, more like, he says, spitting out the memory. He set us up to take the fall for some of his old deals gone bad. We'd got surrounded here, and this bear of a Varl loses his mind, grabs a tree, a whole tree, and starts swinging. Morale improved. Spar starts coughing, but recovers. Nearly killed us all, but old Earrings took a hit like no other, and there you have it. The excited ravens start asking you questions, but Spar is all too happy to answer. Let's study the stone. Oh yeah, screw that. Let's inspect the damage we once caused. Others leave you alone as you near the giant stone, placing a hand on the broken wing. It was an accident, you know that. Shame and rage enter you in equal parts, along with the memories of Earrings in flight. You're the one who died, leaving nothing but this rock, you say, stomping the ground. A layer of ice shatters underfoot along with a wooden box, probably left as some token of faith to a dead god. Leaving anything behind for the dead is a waste, you say, immediately prying open the box and pocketing the small item within. Oh, we're just taking stuff. The pipe plant. Poor guy. Earrings for now +5. So he clearly has some level of respect or renown for this earrings thing, which seems to be like the crow. Like, it might even be the inspiration for their entire organization that he runs right now. So even though he destroyed it, he actually is ashamed of himself for doing so. He actually regrets the statue, and he seems to respect the god that it represents, to the point of that he seems to almost mourn or be enraged by the fact that the god is supposedly dead. Cold creeps under cloaks and forces the ravens to huddle together as wind whips around you. Snow begins to blot out the Wormscale Mountains in the distance, and you're forced to call for an early camp. Rising from your sleep, you begin pacing, occasionally drumming your fingers on the top of the large cart. A motion in camp draws your attention. Walking towards it, you hear groans and see Folka's shield rising and falling erratically among the furs. Humans, you snort. But the shield flips away, revealing a dredge grunt staring up at you. Stepping back, you bump into another dredge. Looking around, the entire Raven camp is a swarm of stone-armored bodies desperately reaching for you. When your axes lash out through nothing, you realize that you were dreaming. An unexpected sadness swells in you, like you've let everyone down. A few of your ravens are watching you, smirking, but your growl makes them look away. You decide to walk the perimeter alone, while everyone else slowly awakens. I wonder if he was kicking like a puppy in his dreams. Training. Is there another training challenge to worry about? Let's see. Here for another pissing match? Wolfie, your quartermaster asks. Or are you begging me to show you how to really carve up some foes? Alright. Sparring, no. You can train clansmen into fighters, there's no clansmen. So instead, I'm interested in what you can do for a fight. What can you show me? Lots of neat little deadly tricks, Wolfie says, walking you into the large tent. Try to keep up. You're a berserk, and we're all impressed, Wolfie says before spitting, but if you lose it out there in a fight and start killing your own, well, then you're just a pain in the ass. So let's start with you and the Shield Maiden. You consider what he's saying. You feel up to the challenge? I'm ready. Then start swinging, Wolfie barks. I'm happy to take on another challenge because I think it might give me more renown like it did last time. That's a very specific squad of people. Interesting. Use Bulwark's Frenzy to kill 2 enemies with 1 attack. And use the champion to protect an ally from attack. Okay, so run forward with Bulwark, basically. You want to get right up in there between a few characters, probably. Let's see. This would be the easiest approach to take, is just to get right up behind these guys. Because I can squish in between these two and attack them at the same time and start wailing on them that way, hopefully. That's probably the way to go. Let's get started. Using champion should be easy. This unit is injured, causing a strength penalty. After the battle, rest in camp or town to heal. You can hover over strength, yeah, blah blah blah. It's just the fact that he is hurt right now. Armor! Armor! Oh, it's attacked the same guy twice. Well, I don't have a ton of control over that. Let's see. Champion. Try to keep this character healthy. There's always the risk that he'll turn around and attack her, though, which is a little concerning. See, either of these characters coming first soon. That character's coming up relatively soon, so let's use Insult to stop him from getting a turn. So I can try to keep pushing these guys back so they don't get turns, hopefully, to defend my character. Yeah, my decision to stand over here could be bad. I can move over here, though. Going for another attack. And hopefully as they weaken, they'll hopefully try to surround me and they'll give me another opportunity, I think. Let's see. We've already championed somebody. We've already defended someone with champion now. Let's see. Since I've already used champion, I might as well just try to wear down some enemies here. Go after attacking people's armor so that maybe we'll get a chance to attack them twice at once. Let's see. I'd like to just get up in there and attack them over here because these characters are weak. But our ability to get over there could be tough. This character's going soon, and then that character. Let's see. These characters don't go for a while. There's so many enemy units that they just don't have them. They don't have much mobility, really. I would like to avoid this guy getting an action if I can. She's one of the ones that goes sooner out of this moveset. So if I can push them back, that seems like a good call for me. There we go. This could potentially kill both of them. There we go. Got it. Not too bad of a goal. Now, do I get renown for it? Got him. Yes. Defeat 3 enemies with Berserk. Ooh, got a different reward there, too. 19 renown. Definitely worth it. It just seems like a bad idea to try to skip challenges, because you could potentially get food off of it, among other things. And the chance to promote people. Speaking of promotions, probably can promote him now that he's gotten... Yep, got more kills from that training mission. He can buy a second skill. Bear Rage. The Berserker whips himself into a fury, terrifying nearby enemies and sending them fleeing in disarray. Affected enemies are so shaken they suffer a penalty to their defense for 1 turn. The Berserker also counterattacks any blows from enemies brave enough to strike him. That's a lot of things going on at once. You basically knock enemies back, reduce their defense. I don't think they get reduced attack. They don't lose a turn, I don't think. But they run away, reduce defense, and then if they attack, he counterattacks. Oh, no other options. So we just have to pick it. Okie dokie. So strength is an obvious choice, but so is pretty much everything else. Yeah. Because he would benefit from armor, obviously. But yeah, multiple attacks per turn, especially early in the game, benefits from high strength. So we'll max that out first and just try to level him up more to get these various stats increased, because he probably has more willpower than I want him to have, honestly. Willpower is good, but I'd rather max out some of these other stats earlier on too. But yeah, armor and shield break will definitely help. What I like about the shield break in particular is that if he has high exertion and shield break, he could do what, like 7 armor damage to somebody? And if it's the only enemy in range, he will do 7 armor damage and then immediately do a whole bunch of strength damage to them, which would be a game changer, really. I'm gonna want to put him back in the action. Get rid of Bercy over here, who I'm not really interested in. And we should be good to go. I think he's earned 1 day of rest after that performance. There we go. Well, it's hard to argue with the methodology of this crew. I mean, they're shitty and all that, but they're very happy and they're well fed compared to the do-gooders of the main crew. Alright, we've rested, we've trained, we've leveled. It's time to go back to pillaging that countryside. Because we're such great folks. With all this aggression we got out of this crew, it's probably not a terrible idea that they've left Let's group. She might have more control over that group now. Around to hear you yelling. A harsh voice reaches your ears, followed by the laughter of several others. Your abrupt halt alerts Foka, who immediately signals the ravens to fan out and draw their weapons. Investigate. It's always an opportunity, right? Over the next rise, a group of 10 haggard fighters and a few Varl surround a half-dozen peasants and a broken wagon. A woman spots you and shouts, "Help us!" But a punch to the stomach drops her to the snow. The fighters turn, ready to fight. So we can basically just try to take what we want, or we can attack to defend them. I don't know. I'm kind of enjoying playing this completely differently and just being a total scumbag with this particular crew. Just give us what's in the wagon. Ha! One man says. We were going to eat what's in the wagon when we're finished with these folks. We're starving. Then you'll die hungry. Charge! The man's confidence melts away, and he and all his fighters flee from your assault. You give chase for a time, but soon return to the wagon and the peasants. Thank you, the woman who was punched earlier says. I'm Sefa. I know you don't want us around, but if you're heading towards Bindal, we'll follow your path. Alright. Well, fine, but your food is ours. Payment for saving you. Payment for saving you, you say. The woman nods her understanding, but to her surprise, the wagon is nearly empty. We'll keep our distance, Sefa says, but we'll be behind you. You grunt and walk off. Well, that's almost certainly going to be someone joining the crew later, as we've seemingly accidentally saved them. Judging by the general character design, because this game reuses basic character designs and poses and stuff like that. At first, it seemed like a lazy, almost sort of lazy art usage, but to some extent, they actually use specific character poses to help indicate what class they are, so that you don't have to constantly refer to them. That's because I definitely noticed that every single Warhawk stands exactly the same way. Even though Bercy in particular looks pretty differently, he still holds his axe the same way that the other two use their swords. A couple of Raven scouts take off to check out the cluster of tents ahead. Refugees from Ormsdollar, one of them says upon returning. They've got a sizable camp and seem disciplined. They know we're here, the scout adds. No sense trying to avoid them. You take the lead and approach the refugees. We're gonna go make a mess. Oh, he's got an actual design to his face. A hooded man with a red spear greets you. Cool. So we have an archer following us, and we're interacting with a spearman right now, so we may get the opportunity to diversify our squad, which is mostly just a bunch of Varl. Although, I say that, I guess we kind of already have one of the most diverse squads I've ever had in this game. It's just we're lacking many of the specific classes we've had in the past. Maybe this guy will join, or maybe I'll kill him, who knows? My name's Back and this is Lofen. You're Bulwark and the Ravens, and is this your wife? You are confused as much by his question as the fact that there is no one with this man. Who is Lofen? He moves his spear forward a foot. Lofen, my advisor, of sorts. You look at Folka and snort. You're the second spearman we've met, who is more than a little touched. The man stares at Folka, a dangerous look on his face. So this is Trigvi again, basically. If you're finished having your laugh, I'll tell you why I've come to see you. Fine, but make it quick. I'm leading this large group of trained fighters and tradesmen from Ormsdollar. We're looking for a new home. We've done what it takes to survive out here, but we're starting to lose faith. They're starting to lose faith in me. You want us to reinforce your control? No. I want you to take over. Lead us to some place we can live. Lofen and I weren't meant for keeping others alive. What do I get in return? For one, we won't kill you. Buck smiles, but there is no humor in his eyes. We'll share the food we've collected and fight alongside you, should there be a need. He stops and confers with the spear. Spoiling you, Lofen is. We'll even spread the word of how great the Ravens are. We'll take you as far as Bindal. Buck kisses the metal of his spear and smiles. You have many thanks. Oh, Lofen thanks you as well. 83 clansmen. Damn. That is a big increase in people in general. I guess their group was larger than ours was, actually. Oh wow, are the 4 of Varl listed in our troop just my 4 Varl characters? I think that might just be all of them, actually. Huh. So if we left Sigbjorn to die, for example, he probably wouldn't be here and we'd have 3 Varl. The unyielding snowfall is proving too much for the humans who are now vainly attempting to follow your large footprint. In truth, the sky and your surroundings lack enough contrast to know where you're going, and it's cold. Trees over here, Folka managed to say, motioning with her spear. The foliage blocks some of the wind, but does nothing for visibility. With no other options, you burrow into the snow, cloaked in your bare fur.
pulling in the energy. Painful.
Verk, wake up, you damn bear. You're being robbed. You roar and shake off the foot of snow covering you, the unclear dream still vivid in your mind. Back uses his spear, Lofen, to point east. Those clansmen you saved. They killed your guards and they're taking everything. Well, crap. Wait. Those clansmen we saved. But Lofen is not robbing. Oh, the archer. Right. Lost 5 fighters and 15 supplies. Folka is by your side in seconds, followed by the spearman. You sprint along the snowy path of the stolen supplies, straight into an ambush by the bandits originally harassing the clansmen. Seifa turns and smirks. Oh, it was a trap. They were pretending to be attacked. The initial attack was an ambush. Oh, Seifa, you bitch. Stealing from the ravens. You must have a death wish. Yeah, they're probably gonna get a really bad awakening here. Alright, Seifa. Not gonna go well for you. Oh. Snowblind makes everyone have -1 movement and -1 range, but I totally thought it meant -1 RNG. I'm like, oh, the game's making fun of itself, huh? Well, that seems to be something that really benefits them, me specifically, because all of their guys are freaking archers. Oh, but we might be a little outnumbered. Is this guy bad? Spearman. How many of these people are enemies? There's Bach. Is the spearman on my side or not? He's red. Bach. Spearman. Raider. Oh. Archer. Like, half these characters are actually on my team. They're just a bunch of weird generics, which I haven't seen a generic soldier on my team since the tutorial of the first game, so I'm a little surprised by that. Okay. That's fine. Oh, right. I don't get to place my characters either. We're just already in combat. I put them where I want, and that's it. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and ruin this guy. Hey, friend. Bye, friend. Yay. Oh, I should have checked to see if the Cull the Weak attack could have killed that guy, because then I might have gotten an extra turn. Although this guy's on my team, isn't he? Yeah, so I wouldn't have gotten in range of anyone anyway. Alright, there goes an archer. Gonna want to head our way towards here a bit. But we have very little mobility. Uh-oh. Taking bad hits. My few allies around here aren't very durable. This spearman will get some survivability out of him because other characters aren't in range of him right now. So back here has Embolden. A kill grants the spearman and all adjacent allies 1 willpower. Oh, cool. So it's not quite as good as the Bard one that affects everyone on the field, but it's still adjacent allies. Pig Sticker, 20% chance to crit. Adjacent allies add percentage. So so he wants to stand next to people generally for the best bonus, but if I'm standing near somebody and I do Pig Sticker, we can do a lot of attack. 20% chance to crit. What's my attack though? It's pretty crap. Doesn't help that I don't really have much ability to get through his armor right now. But I'll try. Armor's all built up and annoying like. Alright. Hello, random person. Alright, so let's look. Do I have abilities? I have Embolden also. Alright, not much going on there. Pokey pokey. I was wondering why there was a weird lack of options to, for example, just kill those villagers or whatever. It seems that it is very much a trap that the story probably wanted me to fall into also. Alright, these supplies are in my way. Frenzy also works on supplies, that's funny. He's got the Dark Souls syndrome of really wanting to break barrels all the time. Fine. They're my supplies, so I'm sure breaking them reduces how much I get back for defeating these guys or something, but I'm just kind of role-playing with Bolverk and having fun with the idea that he probably don't give a crap. I only have one... Yeah, I only have one exertion, so I can't really go past this, even if I use the horn. Ow. Rude. Not really appreciating this kind of behavior right now. What if I crowd you guys, huh? How do you feel about that? Armor is so low, it probably doesn't matter that much, huh? Oh well. Bulwark's probably about to make a big old mess out of them. Oh. Alright, I can't really reach anyone unless I use exertion. But that'll do nicely. Really want to go for this guy more. There we go. 1 strength. So down to 3 characters with decent amounts of hit points. 10, 10, 9. They're concerning, but if I can get Bulwark in the right spot, we can make a real big mess. There's 9 over here, too. Yeah, I want to get right between these two. That'll give me a chance to make a mess. Abilities. Let's review what this does real quick. Cool the weak. Killing blow grants extra strength. Or extra turn. Cool the weak. Strength damage -2. Rank 3 does normal strength damage. My normal strength damage is only 8 though, and that guy has 9 hit points, so it's not gonna get the job done right now. That's unfortunate. Oh well. Let's make a mess. There we go. Oh no, he hit me with his tiny non-attack. That's adorable. He thinks he's powerful. Alright. Let's get rid of your strength before you get your next action. And so they are significantly reduced in their offensive capabilities. Pretty much across the board. And the spearman gets to stay useful for a while. Not for long though, because that guy's gonna punch his face in. Oh wow, that armor break stat is nothing to ignore. Alright, now I get to use Cold the Weak. This'll be fun. Yay! Cold the Weak. We have fun here, don't we? And then I can do Cold the Weak. And then I can do Cold the Weak. And then I can break this guy's dumb little face. Alright, so, Bulwark is scary. That was what, 5 kills in 1 turn? That's no joke there. The downside of that is, it's good for getting kills really fast and wiping out a big line of characters, especially at the end of a fight. It's bad if you want to actually get other characters to get the kills required for them to qualify for their level ups. It means he'll get his ranks real fast, but other people need to get kills too. Seifa's wounds are great, and she whimpers in the snow. You nod to Folko, who dispatches the bandit archer with haste. This is what you get for this is what helping folks gets you, you roar. Grab all these supplies and bring them back to camp. You tell the ravens after hoisting a barrel on your shoulder. 10 renown. Bam, 34 renown, just like that. Alright, so we got a nice little reinforcement of why it's not a good idea to help people, apparently. And someone who seemed like they might be an archer adding to my crew in the future was not, as it turns out. She dead. She real dead. I don't think we have any wounds right now. Nope. Everyone who went down that fight was not a character, so they're gone. And it doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and level up Bulwark, because he's our protagonist. Ooh, I can actually qualify for the next one already, too. And it's totally unreasonable to spam like this. I'm gonna do it anyway. Bam! Bulwark don't give a crap. Spend all them points. Do it. Alright, armor break. And armor. There we go. Make him a thoroughly scary character. I had Ollie, Krumer, and I'm gonna say Ekkel, probably? Is that what? No, Sigbjorn. There we go. There we go. Fun little crew here. Keep Ollie in the back because of his range. Might not use back. I'm not sure about back. It could be fun to give him a shot. He's a rank 3 slaughterer. They just come up with names as they feel like it. So Berserker, Shield Maiden, War Leader, Warhawk, Slaughterer, and Axe Thrower. So they just have fun with their names. We got our supplies back, and we're good for 15 days. So, and no one's wounded, and everyone's happy. So back to the countryside. Let's go ruin things. Get off to Bindal before something else goes wrong.
The miners of Bindal are a rough crowd. Not a bad place to recruit new blades.
The old wanderer fights his way up next to you. Can't see a damn thing in this mess. Guess so Larynx hasn't forgiven you after all. Shouldn't you have died already? Spar grunts. Soon enough, I reckon. Of course, these old bones won't be forming any mountain. Brambles, more like. He squints in the distance. There's bound to be more people from Ormsdal trying to find a new home in Bindal. Spar says, crowded towns always have been good for us. What's got you worried, old man? A bunch of ravens set loose upon a slew of sacred men and women is what? Oh, scared. A bunch of ravens set loose upon a slew of scared men and women is what? Spar says. It won't take much to have the guards after us, if they let us in at all. He has a point, but there's still a little bit to be done about it. The idea of being around so many others in such a confined space makes you tense. You crave a long hunt and sleep in solitude. That's a good point. We probably don't have good control over this crazy group of brigands, so we go into a town, they're probably going to immediately set the guards upon us and make a mess of things. Reap what we sow a little bit with all the chaos. All those people are looking for food and home. And I'm looking for ale. Is that so much to ask for? I bet that scout tower already sent word ahead for us. I feel dumb, but I start reading those lines aloud, and then they're gone like a second later. They're surprisingly brief for little text bubbles. The snowstorm is worse than ever as you arrive at the walls of the mining town of Bindal. The gates are closed, and you beat a fist against them. Open the Fane gates, you shout. We started using the word Fane a lot all of a sudden, didn't we? I feel like it never really came up much in the first game, unless I'm just really forgetful or something. From the wall, two menders look down at you, then recede. Soon the gates open enough for a half-dozen well-trained guards to greet you. Their one-eyed captain points at you and says, "Just you." Volka steps to your side. "Not alone," she says. "She comes with me." The captain takes a moment to assess the situation and nods. Before following him through the gates, you bark commands to the other ravens to stay close and vigilant. It'd be silly to go in completely unaccompanied. Inside the small gatehouse are two menders from the wall, a woman with a fancy spear, and a cub of a man holding a staff. So we're meeting our first new squad of menders who apparently just are always running around in pairs, probably a leader and probably always a master and apprentice. Very, very Jedi-like, actually. Reminding me of the fact that my first BioWare game was actually a Star Wars game. Valka Nefer. It is the Raven Banner. So it seems. But why here? Why now? Just passing through on our way to the Blue River. But this blasted storm caught us. Planned to come back this way afterwards for more work, but now we need some food and a place to hold up. We brought some people with us. They need a new home. I'm sure it felt like the right thing to do, but we're already beyond our capacity here. Are you Bulwark? Bulwark Bloodaxe. Hold your tongue, Nichols. What do you know about me, boy? I've heard all your tales. I can't believe your cold bear cloak is real. Is it true that your axe handles are made from your own horns? The old mender places a hand on the young man's shoulder. Wow. I never knew I was traveling with such a legend. You ignore her. Are you in charge here? Where's the governor? The governor left for Aberang a while back, with most of the fighters to settle a dispute. The Mender Council sent me to bring the people of Bindal west, as we've heard too many rumors of dredge. More than rumors. We were in Borisgard, saw Bellower. The Immortal Sunder, how did you escape? Immortal was a joke, he's dead. Nickel's eyes go wide in awe, but Zephyr looks pensive. What about the great rift that opened between Borisgard and Ormstaller? We managed. Zephyr looks like she wants to press you for more information. Enough. Open the gates for my ravens. Mercenaries will only panic the people. With everyone from Ormstaller, it's all I can do to keep them from stampeding like wild yaks. Then we can threaten to attack the walls. Open the gates, or they'll have reason to panic. The guards in the room draw their weapons and aim them at you. Bulwark Bloodaxe, even your renowned strength would fail against walls protected by a Valka and her apprentice. But we're on a job for a Valka. You snarl at Valka for saying too much. She shrugs in response. I'm not aware of another Valka being out this direction. Who has tasked you? Juno. Zephyr steps back at the name and studies your face for a moment. Nichols, you and the guards see what you can do outside the walls for the people. I'll see to it and make sure the ravens are comfortable. The young mender nods respectfully to Zephyr and grins at you and Folka for leading the guards to the gates. Improved morale's a good start. Alright. I'm inviting only the two of you to stay within our walls and enjoy a bit of warmth and comfort. And separate us from the ravens. No. Suit yourself, but your mistrust is unnecessary. Maybe. But I shouldn't have to tell you about my job from your superior just to get an invitation. My superior... No, you misunderstand. You have no job. The Valka known as Juno is dead.